Okay, free particle. So first we are discussing the one-dimensional free particle. So for a free particle, V of x is equal to 0. That is the potential is 0. Okay, that is we are selecting a force-free region here because F is proportional to del V. So the time independent Schrodinger equation, we are going to solve the time independent Schrodinger equation and we are trying to find out the wave function. Okay. The time independent Schrodinger equation is minus h cross square divided by 2m into del square u of x plus v of x into u of x is equal to e into u of x, where u is a we are selecting a state. Okay, so here the vector x is xi plus yj plus zk. Okay, and for one dimension we are choosing, okay, for one dimension we are taking only the x component here. Okay, so our Schrodinger equation will become this. We are selecting only the x component and we are going to solve for one dimensional free particle. Okay, so root 2me divided by h cross square is equal to k square. So that is k is equal to root of 2me divided by h cut, and the one dimensional Schrodinger equation will become this. So we can rewrite equation 5 as what? The u double dash of x plus k square u of x is equal to 0. Okay, so the solution to this equation is what? U of x is equal to, so I am using a subscript plus k here. Okay, so u plus k of x is equal to a plus e raised to ikx and u minus kx is equal to a minus e raised to minus ikx. So if you have so these are the two solutions for equation 5. So if you have any doubts, what you can substitute the values of u of x and u minus k of x in equation 5 and you will get this equation correct. Okay, so these are the two solutions, and the momentum of wave function, that is u plus k of x. Here there are two wave functions, so one is corresponding to plus k and that is the propagation constant minus k, another one is corresponding to minus k. So we got two waves, isn't it? Two wave functions. So the corresponding momentum is in opposite direction, isn't it? So that is, these are this look at this exponential terms. So one these momentums are in opposite direction. One is in positive direction and the other one is in negative direction. Okay, then we can say the we want to find the corresponding momentum for each wave function. We want to find out the momentum. So momentum operator is minus ih cut divide d by dx ആണ്. So that is, it is operating on the wave function. Okay, so we are just doing the derivative, taking the partial derivative. So we get this, that is we got when momentum operator is acting on the wave function, what do we get? Plus or minus h cut k into u plus or minus k of x. Okay, from so we can say that p is equal to h cut k. So and the corresponding energy, what we can write this from k square is equal to 2me divided by h cross square. Then E will be the energy for the momentum will be k square h cut square divided by 2m, which is equal to p square by 2m. So look at these two equations. Okay, that is p square by 2m and p is equal to h cut k plus or minus h cut k. That is, there are two momentums are possible for the same energy, isn't it? For the same energy p square divided by 2m or k square h cross square divided by 2m, there are two momentums are possible. That is for plus h cut k and minus h cut k. Okay, so say that the energy for this free particle problem, the energy is degenerated, and it isn't it, so it is twofold degenerate. We are taking the one dimensional case here. So one dimensional case, that is for the x coordinate, x Cartesian coordinate, the degeneracy will be 2, that is twofold degeneracy. Then for 3 dimension there will be a 6-fold degeneracy. Okay, so remember that. Okay, now we are going to discuss the probability. We got two wave functions, isn't it? So one is for plus k and the other is for minus k, and we got the corresponding momentum. Okay, but the energy is same, so we know that it is degenerate. Now we are discussing the probability of this wave function, or we are going to normalize this wave function. So what will be, we are normalizing from minus infinity to plus infinity. Okay, minus infinity to plus infinity, mod u plus of plus k of x the whole square dx. That is, we are taking for u plus of k. These same steps are applicable for u minus of k, u minus k of x. Okay, here we are doing just one for one wave function. Okay, one solution of our Schrodinger equation. So this is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity u star u into dx. Okay, since this is for one dimensional case, if this is for 3 dimensional, there will be dx, dy and dz. Okay, now substituting the value of u plus k of x, which is a plus into e raised to minus ikx. Okay, and u star will be a plus e raised to plus ikx into dx, and we got this as a plus the square into integral from minus infinity to plus infinity dx. Okay, so we got the probability will be infinity. Okay, so what does this mean? Actually the probability should be the maximum value of probability should be 1, but here we see that the probability is infinity. So which is not it is not a normal case. So the free particle problem is not so there are some physical subtle for this free particle problem, and we found that we cannot normalize this wave functions. So if we cannot normalize the wave function, then we cannot find a realizable state for that system. Okay, so we need to overcome this problem, that is our wave function is not appropriate. So we need to overcome this problem. So we are trying to make a constant or a normalization constant for our wave function. Okay, so for that we are doing, consider a one dimensional box. Okay, consider a one dimensional box here with the length L. Okay, so the boundaries will be minus L by 2 and plus L by 2. Okay, for this one dimensional box, and we are writing our wave function integral from minus infinity to plus infinity modulus of u plus k of x square as limit L tends to infinity. That is, our L is tending to infinity. Then what happened? This will be infinite. Okay, so our problem will be goes to infinity. So we are taking a one dimensional box with the L by 2 as limits. So our wave function can be written as limit L tends to infinity. Okay, integral from minus L by 2 to plus L by 2 u plus k of x mod square dx. Okay, so that is equal to limit L tends to infinity minus L by 2 to plus L by 2, substituting the value of u plus k of x, isn't it? So this and this will become 1. So our solution will be a plus square into x, that is integral of dx will be x, and there is a lower limit and upper limit, and we are applying, we get this is an L. So limit L tends to infinity, a plus square into L will become our normalization or the probability. So we can we get that a plus square is equal to 1 by L. Okay, that is limit. Similarly we can write for a minus. Okay, so limit L tends to 0, a plus square L is equal to limit L tends to infinity 1 by L into L, which is equal to 1. Okay, if a plus square is equal to 1 by L. Okay, then I can write, if a plus square is equal to 1 by L, what we get? We are substituting to limit L tends to infinity a plus square into L, that constant. Then we get the normalization is equal to 1. That is, we are choosing the constant as 1 by root L. Okay, this is one way of finding the normalization constant. Okay, so if we choose 1 by root L as normalization constant, then the function will be normalized and the system will be realizable. Okay, similarly we can do for a minus, isn't it? So a minus will be what? A minus into e raised to minus ikx. We can do the same step. So a minus will also be 1 by root L. That is, we can write a plus or minus is equal to 1 by root L. And there is another method to find this a. Okay, so in that case we are applying the delta function normalization. Okay, there are two methods, two equations are correct. Okay, we are just mentioning this delta function normalization also here. Okay, so here our equation will be, that is, we are going to normalize our u, that is integral from minus infinity to plus infinity, u plus k of x star into u plus L. Okay, we are choosing L of x dx is equal to, this can be written as delta of k minus L. Okay, and this is equal to delta of k minus L. Then if k not equal to L, what happened is delta function will be 0, isn't it? So the delta function will be 0, and if k is equal to L, that is delta of k minus L become, by the definition of delta function, we can write this as 1 by 2 pi into limit L tends to infinity integral from minus L to plus L. Okay, minus L to plus L e raised to minus ik into k minus L into dk. Okay, this is by the definition of delta function. So if k is equal to L, then what happens? Our integration will become, this is our integration, so that will become 1 by 2 pi into, here k is equal to L. So this is integral minus infinity to plus infinity uk star of x into u plus k. Okay, instead of L we are writing k. Okay, u plus k of x dx is equal to 1 by 2 pi into limit L tends to infinity minus L to plus L into dk, that is k is equal to L. So this will become e raised to 0, that is will become 1. Okay, integral dk, and limit L tends to infinity, again minus L to plus L. We are substituting the values here, isn't it? uk of x and uk of x, we are substituting the values, which is equal to 1 by 2 pi into integral of this will become it is 2L, that is L minus of minus L will become 2L, and we got this term will become a square into limit L tends to infinity 2L is equal to 1 by 2 pi into limit L tends to infinity 2L, that is a plus square is equal to 1 by 2 pi. Okay, and a plus is equal to 1 by root 2 pi, or a plus or minus. Similarly we can do for a minus, so that constant will become 1 by root 2 pi. So either we can write a constant as 1 by root pi, also we can write it as 1 by root L. So we are choosing this as 1 by root L here, because in our text it is written as 1 by root 2 pi. Okay, so we got the constant, and hence we can write the wave function, isn't it? And look, so we choose a plus or minus as 1 by root 2 by box normalization. Here the particle is not quite free, because it is actually we cannot normalized earlier this wave function, but somehow we are overcome the problem. In that case also we done a restriction that it is from minus L by 2 to L by 2, isn't it? So there is the particle is not free actually. Okay, similarly the probability is not exactly 1 when we are normalized using the delta function also. So we can say that the concept of free particle system is not proper in quantum mechanics. Okay, and the energy we can write the energy, that is root of 2 me divided by h cross square is k, k. So E is equal to h cross square divided by h cross square k square divided by 2m. So the value of k from 0 to infinity, it can vary from 0 to infinity. So what happened, the value of E also, k can vary from 0 to infinity, then E can also vary from 0 to infinity. Okay, so we get a continuous energy spectrum. Okay, and there comes the group velocity and all, we can discuss that. Okay, and so the we got A, we are choosing it as 1 by root L. You can also take it as 1 by root 2 pi. Okay, now the complete wave function including the time dependency, what is psi of x comma t is equal to e raised to I kx minus iet divided by h cut is our wave function, the complete wave function. Okay, and we are substituting the values, that is psi of xt is equal to the normalization constant is 1 by root L. That is remember that we are discussing this for one dimension. If it is 3 dimension, then this will become 1 by root 3 by 2, 1 by L raised to 3 by 2. Okay, that will be our constant. Here 1 by root L into e raised to I px divided by h cut, that is k is equal to p by h cut, we are substituting that value, minus iet divided by h cut. So we get the wave function. So from this we can find out the probability flux. Okay, the probability flux is denoted as j of x comma t, which is equal to h cut by m into imaginary part of psi star del psi. So we are just taking the derivative of this psi. Okay, and then we are multiplied with the psi star del psi. So we got it as k by L. Okay, and h cut divided by m into imaginary part of psi star del psi. Actually there is an I. Okay, there is a I present. Okay, then only we can take the imaginary part. Okay, then h cut divided by m into imaginary part of this, that will become h cut divided by m into k by L. Okay, now 1 by L is equal to rho, which is the probability, rho is equal to 1 by L, so which is the probability density. So put it as rho, that is 1 by L is equal to rho, and h cut k by m is the speed of plane wave. Okay, so we can write the flux, probability flux is equal to h cut divided by m into k by L, that is equal to v rho. Now we want to find the quantum mechanical speed of the wave. Okay, it is denoted as v suffix wave, which is equal to e by h cut. So that is e is equal to h cut square k square divided by 2m divided by h cut will become h cut k by 2m. This is the quantum mechanical speed of the wave. Okay, that is we already substituted there. And so h cut k by 2m is the quantum mechanical speed of the wave. Now the classical speed of the particle, that is p is equal to mv, that is v is equal to p by m, that is h cut k divided by m. P is equal to h cut k divided by m is we got the v classical, that is 2 times h cut k by 2m, which means that actually the particle has 2 times more speed than the wave in itself. Okay, so that's a problem here. Now to calculate the density of states, imagine a spherical shell in k space. Okay, so with the radius k, okay, and the thickness is dk, okay, and k is equal to 2 pi n divided by l. N is an integer, that is the number of states with a particular energy, and dk is 2 pi dn divided by l, and all state within this shell, okay, within this shell has energy E. We already told that energy is degenerate. Okay, so that E is equal to h cross square k square divided by 2m. We cannot say that there are only 2 states with this energy. There may be more than 2 states, because we are taking a free particle and it is from minus infinity to plus infinity, isn't it? There is no boundary condition, so we can say that there are as much states with this energy. Okay, we cannot say there is only 2 states. Okay, so that is why we are taking a shell with this energy E. Okay, so dE will be what, k h cross square divided by m, that is taking derivative, okay, with respect to k. The number of states dn, denoted as dn, within this shell is what, 4 pi n square dn. Okay, now dn by de, which is the density. Okay, the number density, which is equal to 4 pi n square dn divided by de. Substitute the value of de, and which is equal to, we got it as this 4 pi h cross square m into l square, l by 2 pi the whole square into k by k into l by 2 pi. Okay, now substitute the value for k. K is equal to root 2 me divided by h cut, and cancelling repeating terms, we get a dn by de is equal to m raised to 3 by 2 into e raised to half into l divided by root 2 into pi square h cube. Okay, and equation 16. So this is the density of state. So we discussed the one dimensional free particle. Okay, now generalizing into 3 dimension, we are not detailing these steps. Okay, just mentioning. So we can write u e of x. So this is note that this is a vector, since it is a 3 dimension Cartesian coordinate we are selecting. So this is u x of x into u y of y into u z of z. So we can write our Schrodinger equation for v of x is equal to 0, v is equal to 0 as del square u e of x is equal to minus 2 m e h cross square into u e of x. Now k square is equal to kx square plus ky square plus kz square. Okay, so that will be this, and okay, now that our equation will become 1 by ux into d square ux divided by dx square plus kx square, and this is for y and this is for z, that is equal to 0. And the solution for this equation will become, u e of vector x is equal to, there will be 3 constants, cx, cy, cz, e raised to I x into x plus I ky into y plus I kz into z, that can be written as c into e raised to vector k dot vector x. Okay, now where kx is equal to 2 pi by l into nx, ky is equal to 2 pi ny divided by l, and kz is equal to 2 pi nz divided by l. Nx, ny, nz are integers. So c is equal to 1 by l whole raised to 3 by 2. Okay, and our u will become, substituting the value of c, isn't it? So substituting, we got 1 by L raised to 3 by 2 into E raised to I into K dot X. So our energy will be what? E is equal to H cross square divided by 2m into 2 pi by L the whole square into nx square plus ny square plus nz square. And the density will become dn by d is equal to m raised to 3 by 2 E raised to 1 by 2 and L cube. Okay. Root 2 into pi square h cut cube. So our wave function will become 1 by L raised to 3 by 2 into I into E raised to I into vector p dot vector x divided by h cut minus I t by h cut. And the g of x comma t, that is our flux, is equal to h cut k divided by m into 1 by L cube, which is equal to vector v into rho. Okay. So we can say that there are some problems with our quantum mechanical treatment with this free particle problem. So the way we are chosen as a into e raised to ikx earlier, so which is a plane wave. So we can say that the resultant will not be a plane wave, it will be a group of plane waves, or we must say that for the free particle the wave packet will be a solution. So that is, a wave packet is a superposition of sinusoidal waves. Okay. And the wave packet velocity is the group velocity, that is the envelope, and it is denoted as Vg. Okay, the wave packet contain individual ripples. So ripples velocity is called the phase velocity. Okay. And for the free particle, Vg, that is the group velocity, is equal to 2 times phase velocity. Okay. A free particle cannot be represented by a single plane wave. Okay, it has to be represented by a wave packet. Then only our problems related to energy and momentum will be soluble. So the physical solution of the Schrodinger equation gives us wave packets, not the stationary solutions of Schrodinger equation, and the group velocity is equal to 2 into Vp.